Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Merry Christmas, Happy Christmas. I hope you enjoyed your celebrations of a few days ago in whatever style you fancy. I celebrate with my family, my children and my parents close by. However you celebrate, I hope it was just what you wanted. So today's project, this is my first opportunity to showcase Celebration products, January to June mini catalogue products there, here and here, and the punch as well, all going on this project. First thing I want to share with you really is the paper. So this is free with a £45 spend, €60 spend from the 4th of January. And it's lovely. Look at all those rainbows. And yes, the rainbows are in rainbow order. Red, yellow, green, blue is rainbow order. Anything else, just multicoloured. So technically multicoloured. I'm a little bit fussy about that. And for those of you who perhaps remember Mr. Men books, in particular Mr. Small, where Mr. Small falls into a jar of sweets, very Roger Hargreaves, those little spots. So that's just one side of the paper. And then the other sides are slightly more muted. So they're the sort of matching backgroundy kind of patterns. But just lovely and awesome for a freebie. Thank you very much. So I'm going to use the same paper again, but I'm going to use different cardstock and different glimmer. So, might possibly be on take two. Cardstock base you need is 8 by 8 inches. This one was Granny Apple Green to match this green. This one is Polished Pink to match that pink. 8 by 8 inches, 20 by 20 centimetres. Score it at 2 inches on all four sides, which I've already done. And that's when I realised that I'd forgotten to cut something. And if you work in metric, score it at 5 centimetres on all four sides. Then you need a piece of Whisper White cardstock that is 7 by 7 inches, 17.5 by 17.5 centimetres. We're going to score that at 1 inch on all four sides. But you need to adjust it out enough that it will sit over the lid of your box. Sorry, that it will sit over the base of your box. Now, I give lots of tips. I say to move it away from the edge a little bit. Connie Stewart over in America has got a brilliant tutorial. This is another good tip. You just take, here's a smaller piece, a piece of the cardstock that is forming the base, and you put that as an adjustment, and you can see where you need to adjust it. So 1 inch, 2.5 centimetres on all four sides. Why am I feeling that's not right? I'm still feeling that's not right. Should be 6 inches. I'm not refilming again. Right, let's quickly just cut this down. 6 inches. 15 centimetres. Oh, goodness. I'm filming this ahead of Christmas, only mere days ahead of Christmas, you can tell. Slight panic and hysteria has kicked in. Right, let's try that again. 6 inches. 6 inches. Score it at an adjusted 1 inch on all four sides. Or if you work in metric, 15 by 15 centimetres, and score that at an adjusted 2.5 centimetres. Bear with me. I change my notes. So now when I write up the blog post, everything's correct. If in doubt, click open the description bar. That's better. Anyway. Let's move along and get the base of the box built up. So, polished pink here. Now, basic white, you fold, in normal circumstances, you fold your piece of paper away from the groove. But on polished white, no, basic white, you fold it into it. Otherwise, you get creasing and buckling. I'm going to trim up all of this and hope I've got a decent pair of scissors here. So if I cut the polished pink, what I do for this one will be exactly the same for the basic white version. So you can see what I've done with this one, and I'm going to do exactly the same with the white. And we'll trim around there. Pleased to have a decent pair of scissors. Mine have all gone wandering with the big Christmas wrap. Might have to be buying some more because I doubt they're coming back again soon. Did you hear about the pair of scissors that went missing for about 4 years and were rediscovered in a box of Lego that had been in the loft for some time? Okay, so my little piece of designer series paper is 3 3/4 by 3 3/4 inches, which is 9.5 by 9.5 centimetres. So it will fit over the top. And I've got my mini cut and emboss, and then these are the dies. So Brilliant Rainbow dies, and it's Rainbow Happiness is the stamp set that goes with it. They're in the January to June catalogue. I'm just using the dies, so it's just dies and punching and paper today. And I want this one here. So, there they are. Lost all my plates for a moment. So base plate number 1, clear plate, the paper, which just about fits. It does fit through there. And I'm going to put my rainbow die on and just make sure it's all centered. Clear plate over the top and send the whole lot through. And that's popped out all of those little bits, which I'm sure you could do something else with. I'm not on this occasion. I don't need to use them. So I've got those, and they are going to sit over the top of this. Now, if I was just to put it on like that, you can see that the rainbow arches are just going to twang out everywhere, and we don't want that. So I'm going to put a little bit of liquid glue around the edge to position it first. So that's in position. And I've got a little paintbrush just so I can pick up a little blob of glue and just dab it behind each of the tops of those arches. And I'm going to hold it in place. Pop that to one side. I don't know what to do with the blob of glue on the end. I'll let it dry and pick it off. And just hold that in place for a second. And that's going to keep it stuck down. Right, so we have a new punch. The Cloud Punch, if you've got your catalogues, and in my customers, they are on their way this week, this doesn't form part of a bundle or anything like that. So you would be forgiven for missing it. Look, I've got the glue on my finger. Has just messed all that up. So you would be forgiven for not spotting it because it features on a page in the catalogue where it's shown with other stuff, and then it's obviously featured in the back as a in the tools section, but it's not featured as part of a bundle, and so you might well miss it, but it's absolutely brilliant. And I punched out, we've got this new glimmer paper, so a beautiful iridescent. This has got quite a blue tone to it, bluey green, and then the very pink one, and I used the bluey green on this one with my green base, so I'm going to use the pink this time to match my pink base. It's just going to sit over there, so I'm going to get some dimensionals to pop that up. Just on there. And then we've got loads of new embellishments, which I'm going to share on another video, but these are not the ones I want. These are the ones I want. Iridescent rhinestones. So again, That wonderful colour changing. When you take it off like that, you can't see it quite so well, but they sort of adjust to the colour that they're put across. So I'm going to take the smallest ones and I'm going to go pink, pink, and I'm going to put one down here, I think on the yellow. Let's start putting this box together now. So I'm going to get some of my Seal Plus. So I'm just forming up the base of the box. I appear to have misscored somewhere. We'll hope that the lid covers it. And then bring around the lid. Yeah, I've misscored somewhere. I've probably done like 2 1/8 of an inch or something. But that is a rather lovely box. So it's the same but different. I like it. So which do you prefer? The pink and pink or green and greeny blue? I don't know. I like them both. I think they're both cute. I do like a pink rainbow. Cloud. Not thought of that before. Anyway, thank you ever so much for joining me. Hope to see you very soon. Bye.